Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Veda, aka Pro Benchwarmer, and welcome back to another episode of Box Benchwarmers, the series where we discuss every incomplete archetype in Duel Links, their relative history within our meta, and what cards do we need for them to actually become competitive. Now, if you're enjoying this series, hit that like button and subscribe for more weekly content. Today's episode is on none other than Dark Magician, one of the most iconic Yu-Gi-Oh cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh history. Hell, all of history. We see you. You don't even play Duel Links. I don't even know why you clicked on this video, but you know who Dark Magician is, my boy. That's why you're here. So, Dark Magician is just sitting in our card catalog doing nothing because the meta is now reliant and laden with a bunch of effect monsters, and this normal monster is just sitting doing absolutely nothing like every other normal monster is doing. I mean, hey, how do you save normal monsters? They just don't do anything. But Dark Magician actually has a lot of really good spell and trap support as well as monster support in the TCG that I feel like we need in Duel Links for this deck to become meta again. Now I say again because this deck has been meta, or at least been played on the ladder a lot before. First time it was actually meta was when 3SD came out, 3-star demotion. For those who don't know, you just pay 2 G's, summon a 4-star Dark Magician, set 3 Champions Vigilance, and proceed to shake your opponent's hand because they can't play the game. Like, that's easy, that's all it was. You feel me? Then they nerfed 3SD, and then also people realized that that deck was hella bricky, so people stopped playing it, but that deck was hella competitive. And then we got Arcana as an unlock, so we used Arcana to play Dark Magician, but that deck ultimately just fell out of favor. People started using a lot of better decks than actually relying on getting a normal beater out onto the field and trying to protect it with back row. Like, that's really what it comes down to. But let's talk about the cards that we need from the TCG to actually make this deck super freaking busted in Duel Links. And the first card is just an honorable mention. This is just me thinking about, like, you know, I can name all the cards in the world, but Konami's gonna hit us with the worst card out of the bunch, and I feel like that one is Magician's Robe. Magician's Robe states during your opponent's turn, this is a quick effect, you can discard 1 spell or trap, special summon 1 Dark Magician from your deck. During your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell, trap, or effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card and then banish it when it leaves the field again. So you can actually just churn out Dark Magicians from the deck. However, whatever Dark Magician is in your hand is 100% dead because it can't get special summoned through Magician's Robe. And also, it's just like, why would I want to revive this back? It doesn't do anything for me. I mean, Magician's Rod is better by getting us the spell and trap support that actually disrupt your opponent's field, but Magician's Robe is just Magician's Robe. Like, it gets me a vanilla beater out. Like, I don't really care. So the actual first card that I think we need from the TCG to make Dark Magician super competitive is Magician's Navigation. Sorry about that. It states, special summon 1 Dark Magician from your hand, then special summon 1 level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster from your deck. If you control a Dark Magician, except during the turn that is sent to the graveyard, banish this card from the graveyard, then target 1 face-up spell or trap your opponent controls. It has its effects negated for the end of until the end of the turn. Sorry about that. So this card is actually really good. It's a trap, but it speeds up your deck because you can special summon the brick Dark Magician from your hand and then special summon any Dark Spellcaster monster from your deck. This is actually really good because you can get yourself another Dark Magician from the deck. You can also get Dark Magician Girl from the deck and a number of other Dark Spellcasters from the deck. We're going to talk about a good one later on, but this is amazing at loading your field out, and if you have good back row, you're set right here from Magician Navigation. It doesn't mean that Dark Magicians are bricks, because if you have Dark Magician Navigation in your opening hand, you're good to go. You're really good to go. Next card we're going to talk about is actually here, Eternal Soul. Eternal Soul, you know you came to this video to see if I'm going to ask see if we're gonna put Eternal Soul on this list. Eternal Soul is great, and at first I thought it was too busted, but then I read a line of text and I'm like, oh, okay, I mean, not that bad. It says every Dark Magician in your monster zone is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. Amazing. If this face-up card leaves the field, destroy all monsters you control. That's the line. You just Cosmic Cyclone this, or just Spellbook of Fate this, or just literally any back row removal. We don't have many, but you guarantee if they're giving us Eternal Soul, people are going to start taking any forms of back row removal we have in the game into their decks. You can only use the following effect of Eternal Soul once per turn. You can activate one of these effects. You can special summon one Dark Magician from your hand or the graveyard. Amazing. And then the weaker effect, add one Dark Magic attack or 1,000 knights from your deck to your hand. If that second effect lets you recycle them from the graveyard, mwah, amazing, brilliant, fantastic. This would be a great card. However, it doesn't let you do that, but this has a couple key little cute things you can do. Eternals, you can actually special summon a Dark Magician and then use this card right here, Dedication through Light and Darkness, and special summon a Dark Magician to Chaos. And then if you have another Eternal Soul, I don't know if that's a hard once per turn, you can just special summon that Dark Magician back out. So it acts as a birthright for the deck for Dark Magicians that went to the graveyard, and they're unaffected by your opponent's card effects, which is fantastic because your Amazonas, typical Amazonas, can't just banish this their Dark Magicians. It just can't happen. You're gonna have to run that Cosmic to get rid of all my Dark Magicians, my guy. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. So the next card, and I feel like this is the most busted, and it's actually really good with Magician Navigation, is right here, Apprentice Illusion Magician. This card is bananas. Every effect about it is just really, really good. So let's read this card effect, shall we? It says you can special summon this card from your hand by discarding one card. Amazing. I mean, amazing, right? This is just a tricky, just better. If this card is no more a special summon, you can add one Dark Magician from your deck to your hand. Amazing. You can literally special summon this, set Magician Navigation, and your navigation is live because you have a Dark Magician in your hand. Fantastic. During damage calculation, if your other Dark Spellcaster monster battles an opponent's monster, has to be battling a monster, this can't just be direct attack. Quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard. That monster you control gains 2,000 attack and defense during that damage calculation only. That is busted. And it says you can use this from the field, so you can special summon this, get your Dark Magician out if you can, or just any other Dark Spellcaster like Magician's Rod. Search out your navigation, set your navigation, attack with Apprentice Illusion Magician, and then attack with Magician's Rod. Send this to the graveyard. Magician's Rod is a 3,600 beater in the damage step. Nasty. And you can get Dark Magician out the next turn, and if you have Eternal Soul already set up too, you're good to go. You feel me? That's instantly buffing Dark Magician. It's an honest for Dark Magician because it works in the hand too, but why would you want it in the hand if you can special summon it for free? If you can't special summon it, then yeah, it's an honest. That's freaking great. That's amazing. I don't know if it's too busted. It might be too busted. That's 2,000 attack and defense right there off the bat. Like, that easily trumps every other big boss monster we have in the game. But I mean, it's at the cost of you have to be battling an opponent's monster, and I'm pretty sure if you're playing Dark Magician, people are going to be teching ways to get rid of your Eternal Soul, and with no way of protecting your Eternal Soul, you know, you're going to have to be protecting your ass the whole time. Now, I didn't say we can get Dark Magic Circle. That card plus Eternal Soul is usually what makes Eternal Soul hella busted. Just banishing your card your opponent controls every time you special summon a Dark Magician. That's just way too good. Way too good. Also, just being a pot of duality for the deck by searching the top 3 cards and adding a card that lists Dark Magician in the text to your hand. Way too good. So I don't think that that's like healthy for Duel Links at the moment, but I think that these would be pretty okay. Apprentice Illusion Magician, maybe not, but you know, you can, you know, make a case for a one of, who knows. You know, I'm just saying, we got Amazonas Queen that's also busted for Amazonas, so who knows. With that being said, I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you guys think about Dark Magician and any other archetype that you guys want me to review? Leave me what archetypes you want me to review later on in the comment section below. Let me get to it. Let me start researching. I'm getting real hyped. We got synchros coming just around the river bend, and I'm so hyped for some synchro action in Duel Links. But I'm gonna get going. That's a wrap.